Yes, sir. It's the Battle of Texas this weekend. The 6-7 Houston Astros versus the 7-5 first place in the AL West Texas Rangers. Those Rangers who spent $200 million plus this offseason to bolster their starting rotation. They went out and got themselves an Alvin native Nathan Eovaldi from the Red Sox. They went out and they signed an Andrew Heaney coming off a career year for the Dodgers. And they got the biggest fish of all, the jackpot, the prize of all prizes, Jacob deGrom. Now, unfortunately for me, as a deGrom fan, I will not be able to see him pitch in the series because he has the series off. This series is going to be a battle of pitching and bullpens. Game 1, Martin Perez versus Luis Garcia. Game 2, John Gray versus Hunter Brown. And on Sunday, to round out the series, it's going to be Framber Valdez versus Andrew Heaney. And to be blatantly honest, I think the Astros have a very good shot to take 2-3 in this series. But here's the thing, I think they're going to lose game 1 against Martin Perez. Martin Perez in recent years has seen a lot of success against the Astros. He recorded 3 quality starts in his 4 appearances last season versus the Astros for the Rangers. And it just seems as if every time he pitches against this lineup, this ball club, he always has the answers to work against these batters. He had 3 starts in last year in which he gave up 1 or less runs in his 4 starts against this club. And I can see that continuing tomorrow night. Just a fun fact, real quick, I'm actually going to be at the game tomorrow night, so no stream until Saturday and Sunday. On top of Martin Perez having consistent success against this Astros lineup, Luis Garcia has looked a little bit shaky so far this season. Luis Garcia is coming off a start against the Twins where he went only 4 innings pitched, giving up 4 runs off 6 hits, and just not looking very good. He flat out just hasn't looked good to start the season so far in his 2 starts. But then we get into game 2 and 3, and I think the Astros have the distinct advantages here. Hunter Brown will be on the bump for game 2. Hunter Brown making his 2nd start against the Texas Rangers. In the first start, I was also there to watch him on his first start of his career. He was very efficient against the Texas Rangers. He neutralized the lineup, got a couple strikeouts, and overall just looked very effective against them. Coming off his last start against the Twins where he went 7 scoreless, only allowing 2 hits and setting a career high in strikeouts with 7. I could very well see him doing that again against this Texas Rangers lineup. Maybe not as dominant, but pretty close. Just a side note, the Rangers will be without Corey Seager for this series. Pulled hamstring. I think game 2 is where the Astros have an offensive explosion. 7+ runs is my prediction. Final game of this series, game 3 on Sunday, Framber Valdez versus Andrew Heaney. And I like this pitching matchup for the Houston Astros. Framber Valdez last year was nothing more than spectacular against the Texas Rangers last season. In 26.2 innings last season, Framber Valdez only gave up 5 runs in 4 starts to the Texas Rangers. If you looked at his win-loss record, you wouldn't be too impressed only being 2-2 against them last season. But the overall quality of his starts against those Rangers last season was absolutely impressive. And I'm looking for him to continue that this season with his first start against the Rangers this season right here on Sunday. Now, there is a very good chance that the Astros do sweep the Rangers, but out of respect and fear for Martin Perez, I'm going to give him game 1. But I think by the end of the series, the Astros will be 8-8, second in the AL West behind the Angels, most likely. My prediction for the over-under for the Astros run scored this series is about 12, and I take the over on that, honestly. I think game 1 is one of those 2-1 games where Martin Perez just shuts them out like he always does. But game 2 is more of like a 7-2 ball game. Hunter Brown maybe gives up a solo shot to the Rangers. And game 3 is one of those games where Framber just goes out there and dazzles yet again. 5-2 score for game 3. Andrew Heaney gives up 4 runs. And the series MVP is going to be Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker does have some nice numbers against the Texas Rangers throughout his career. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section down below about the Rangers-Astros matchup for the weekend. Who do you think will win? Score lines, predictions, things like that. And if you haven't already, go and like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to, because I play more baseball content like this, and I'll see you all in the next one. Adios, mis amigos.